Hi, welcome to this reading. This is a general collective reading. I've set the intention that there will be a message for whoever tunes into this video. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know at this time. I'm going to start with an oracle card from the Wild Offering, this beautiful deck right here. Spirit, what do you want this collective to know at this time? It's beautiful. Positivity. It says, if you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. So some of you may be going through a difficult time right now, and it almost seems impossible to find even something small to be grateful for. So let's pull some tarot and see what else Spirit wants to say about this message. A little windy here today, but I thought I would try to film outside anyway because I love filming outside. Okay, Spirit, what do you want this collective to know? Sometimes even if you can't find something grateful, like to be grateful for, just kind of finding something positive to like look forward to, or just kind of change your perspective to one that's more positive. Sometimes when things are really difficult and heavy, we tend to get like almost in like this pessimistic sort of vibe, and we don't even realize it. We just can sort of tune into ourselves, like check in with yourself, and you might notice how you're kind of viewing everything through a negative lens. Like everything is just looking like it's not going right, or yeah, just a different way of viewing life in general could be helpful if you're struggling to find something even small to be thankful for. So I've got the Six of Cups reversed. I'll show it to you upright. I love the illustrations on this deck. So the Six of Cups in balance is what's coming through there. You may be holding on to the past. When the Six of Cups is reversed, it kind of tells me that it's kind of like that negative mindset, like you're focusing on the things that went wrong. And that's making it really hard for you to get out of this kind of negative cycle that I feel you might be in, where you're just feeling kind of down, kind of pessimistic. Sorry, I'm also really itchy. I don't know if it's, sometimes when I'm channeling, my nose itches really bad. Sorry about that. Okay, Seven of Cups. Yeah, confusion, not knowing, just not having any clarity, maybe not feeling, I'm really drawn to this cloud. And when I sat down, there's a lot of clouds in the sky. It's sunny, but to my left, there's a lot of clouds, just like this. So you may be feeling like there's some clouds hanging over you right now. And yeah, it just has something to do with the past. And that's really like, almost like this cloud following you around. You know the saying of like people who, and don't take this as me like calling you out. It's just, this is what Spirit's showing me, like a black cloud over someone's head. And we can get into that sort of kind of funk sometimes when just things aren't really going right in our lives, when things are really tough. And it can just sort of create this feeling of like a cloud hanging over you. So Spirit saying it has something to do with holding on to something from the past. So let's get a little bit more here in the tarot. Let me just get one at a time, Spirit. It's just one card. Shed light on this situation. Surrounding yourself with color. This yellow is really standing out to me. Really can change your mood. If you've ever tried that, like wearing yellow, yeah, I don't know, just finding something in your home that's yellow that you can sort of, it might sound simple, but just kind of like gazing at something that cheers you up, something that it's like finding little things, not necessarily to be grateful for it. It's coming through a little bit differently for me in this reading. It's like finding little things that you can use, like to purposely shift your energy. And we got the Two of Pentacles. This is that shift of energy that Spirit's asking you to kind of like turn things around, turn things upside down. This is yellow too. Like you could even maybe turn a situation around, like turn it on its head and look at it from a different angle and maybe see like how you could look at it from a more positive, right? This card says positivity. Is there any way that you can look at it from a positive lens? Like, is there anything or any way that your situation is serving you? Is there any benefit that you may receive from this? And it may not be something that is obvious right now, but if you could think about your situation and say, you know, if this ends up going such and such way and it's a more positive way, then I'll be able to look back on it and say, okay, I understand why that happened, or this was actually worth it. Spirit's kind of asking you to sort of try to do that, like play around with your thinking on something like from the past that you're still holding on to. Can you see how it was actually positive and serving you? Because holding on to the things that went wrong isn't serving you now. It's only bringing you down. It's keeping that like dark cloud above your head. What else, Spirit? What else do you want to say here? And I say this in all of my readings, but getting outside, right? Like this card here has flowers, bees, birds. You know, just being in nature can really do so much to shift your energy. And I don't know, Spirit likes to use me as a vessel to share that message. It really does lighten your mood, like that yellow color that is reminding me of the sun, like getting out in the sunshine and yeah, being grateful for something simple like the sun shining. You know, looking at the birds and the flowers and just being grateful for just the nature that you have around you, however that might show up for you. Just finding those little things can start shifting you. This shift, you need to do something to shift your energy by like focusing on something else, like I was saying, like focusing on the way you're thinking, or just literally focusing your attention on something that gets you out of thinking about the past. Oh wow. The Death card just fell out. Yeah, this is an end, this is a change. And the Two of Pentacles can also be changed, like you're shifting, you're changing from, I feel like you're letting go. Like this Two of Pentacles feels like you're kind of like shifting, right? Like turning this around and letting yourself let go of the past and really let that I'm hearing let bygones be bygones. So this could be in relationships. The Six of Cups can talk about just family and just harmony in relationships in general. So if there's something that, you know, didn't go well for you in the past, in relationships in general, or just a particular relationship, try to shift out of holding on to what went wrong. So let's see, what else could we ask here? Okay, well, Spirit, we've got the Death card here, so it's like ending this this cycle. What else could they do to get out of this cycle? Here's the Hanged Man. I was feeling that with the Two of Pentacles, like seeing the situation from a different point of view, seeing a more positive way that this situation, this reverse Six of Cups, this thing from the past that is still hanging over you, can you view it differently and see how it may have served you, and just kind of focus on that instead of the things that went wrong. That doesn't mean that you're ignoring the things that went wrong, the way you were hurt. It's just saying, I'm choosing for my own well-being to let that go now, because that cloud, it's feeling like pressure. Like I can literally feel like pressure on my head, and it's like I can feel that cloud up there, and it's just weighing your energy down. And in order to come out of that, Spirit's saying if you can kind of look at it differently, it might help you start shifting out of that. So Spirit, what can they expect if they can implement these practices? What's the outcome here, Spirit? Yeah, Spirit's saying it's only hurting you. 6 of Wands. Oh, I love that. And actually the Chariot is right underneath of it. 6 of Wands and the Chariot. This is successfully moving forward, moving on, leaving the past in the past. This illustration's a little different, but the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, behind the Chariot is like a city, and he's leaving the city. It's like leaving the past behind. Like Spirit is really, really asking you to try to leave the past behind, and you're going to be victorious in this. The 6 of Wands is a card of victory, and so is the Chariot, and it's getting where you want to go. It's taking a new path, and a new path of, I really feel like it's a change in perspective, in a change in attitude. Spirit saying, just like in general, when you have things happen that are difficult, try not to hold on to the hurt, because it's only hurting you and keeping you from being able to move forward and feel like you're successful in your life. And you want to just release that heavy energy, you know, with the Death card and the Hanged Man. It's like, it's time to really transform the energy now. Take this heavy energy, and by letting it go, that's what's going to shift you. That's what's going to cause this transformation. And moving forward in your relationships, it's going to be, you know, successful, these connections, because you're not like bringing baggage from the past with you into future relationships. And that's really, really important, Spirit is saying. All right, let's close out with another Wild Offering deck, Wild Offering card from this deck here to close out the reading. Spirit, what do you want this collective to know about this message? Truth. More yellow birds. Yeah, yellow is just a card of happiness and hope also. So it's having that hope for the future. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. Let me just sit with this for a second. Yeah, both of these cards have the same birds on them. Yeah, yellow birds could be a sign for you moving forward, like signs of hope. So kind of be on the lookout for that. Spirit might send you, or maybe like a loved one in spirit. I feel like actually for some of you, that's really important. It may be something difficult that you may be holding on to that has to do with someone who's passed on. And, you know, if that's the case, you're going to feel like, or receive a message of comfort from your passed on loved one through either something yellow or birds, or yellow birds. It can be either one. And it's them telling you that they want you to put the past behind you, let it go. It's okay, and you can move on, move forward. They want you to let go of that cloud that's hanging over your head. I feel that very, very strongly. When everything is done as an offering, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. And that's speaking about Spirit. Spirit's words come through silence. So I feel like really what this message is you're going to receive a sign or something from Spirit or your passed on loved one. just really encouraging you to move on from the past. Just seeing if anything else wants to come through this card here. And this is kind of like an offering that you are doing. Like you might want to do something symbolic. So what's coming through with this card, like Spirit's saying, don't take the words on this card literally. So I'm trying to like decipher exactly what Spirit's trying to say. And the other thing besides a sign is an offering. It may be helpful to do something to help you release the past. It could be like you write a letter, maybe expressing your feelings, like you would be writing this letter to this person. So whether this person has passed already or even if they're still alive, you don't need to send them the letter. This is about your own letting go, your own act of release. I don't even want to use the word forgiveness because I feel like this is something that is still really difficult for whoever this message is for. But this is about you right now and your happiness and finding your happiness and joy again. And one of the things that you can maybe do is write a letter to this person expressing yourself, and then do some kind of ritual that transforms and transmutes those feelings. So burning the paper in a safe way, obviously, could be one way to do that. You could tear the paper up in tiny pieces and flush it. I've heard some people do that, but some kind of ritual of letting go, whatever speaks to you. You could even look up some ideas online, like letting go rituals, and find something that speaks to you, and make this a deliberate decision that you're going to let the past go, and you're going to shift into this new next phase, right? This is the change that you're ready to let go and move forward. So I hope that this message was helpful to whoever needed to hear this. I'm going to leave that here. Thank you so much for watching. And if this reading resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you really soon. Bye.